Hello friends, I'd like to welcome you to Meditaciones Diarias.com.
Welcome back to our devotional for September 24, 2022. My name is Xiomara Perdomo from Queens, New York, and today's title is You Are the God Who Sees Me. Let's read together in Genesis chapter 16 verses 1 and 2. Now Sarai, Abram's wife, had borne him no children, and she had an Egyptian maidservant whose name was Hagar. So Sarai said to Abram, See now the Lord has restrained me from bearing children. Please go in to my maid, perhaps I shall obtain children by her. And Abram heeded the voice of Sarai. 10 years had gone by, and God's promise to Abram that he would have a son had not been fulfilled. Then Sarai, who could not bear children, told her husband to sleep with her maid, Hagar, so that the long-awaited heir would be born. Sarai's proposal to Abram had legal precedent in their culture at the time, because it is known that a wife's slave was her personal property. As such, she could give her as a secondary wife to her husband so that he could have children through her. This arrangement would not be carried out without the wife's consent. A specific example that sheds light on these type of unions is provided by an ancient text from the 2nd millennium BC that was discovered in the city of Nutsi, which says, Kelim Ninu has been given in marriage to Shanima. If Kelim Ninu does not bear children, Kelim Ninu shall acquire the woman of the land of Lulu as wife for Shanima, and Kelim Ninu may not send the offspring away. Although it was legal, Sarai's proposal showed lack of faith in God's promise. In the end, what seemed like a practical solution to Sarai's infertility problem ended up being the perfect recipe for disaster. When Hagar knew she was pregnant, she began to treat her mistress Sarai with contempt. Genesis 16:4. In turn, Sarai lashed out at Hagar, and the result was a fierce battle in which her maid was hit the worst. Then Sarai treated Hagar so harshly that she finally ran away. Genesis 16:6. Alone and pregnant, Hagar went off into the desert, but the angel of the Lord went there to let the fugitive slave know that she was to return to Sarai's house and submit to her authority. Then he adds, You are now pregnant and will give birth to a son. You are to name him Ishmael, for the Lord has heard your cry of distress. I cannot imagine Hagar's joy upon finding out that Abram's God was also her God, a God who not only saw her distress, but also heard her cry. Then she called God a certain name. Do you know what that name was? You are the God who sees me. Verse 13. Blessed be the Lord. No matter where we are today, His eyes will be upon us. God of Abram, Sarai, and Hagar, thank you because your eyes are upon me and your ears are ready to hear my heart's cry. Amen.
I just want to thank you all for visiting us each day here at Meditacionesdiarias.com. May you have a blessed day.